Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another absolute banger for you tonight. It's Division 1 again in Ellipsis League. This is the second fixture for tonight in this division. I'm actually going to be joined for the second fixture by the wonderful Chow, who's going to be hopping in to help out with some of the colour casting. So, Chow, what do you think of this matchup?
Firstly, thanks for having me around. And I've heard that really, really good things about both these teams, and they're like very, very high up in the league. I've just noticed that they've banned Jackal and Habana. Jackal obviously usage banned because of roamers. Habana banned probably just to prevent the long distance uh, breaches from a safe spot. Valkyrie's an obvious ban as well on this map for obviously runouts and all that, which could have been very useful for the defense there.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. I definitely agree with you. Mira's also a good ban as well, of course.
oh
The
yes.
the double setup on hookah usually to stop people pushing in for theirs, but it can be a bit of a hassle to push up against. Of course, this is Chow's first time casting,
Yep.
so everybody go easy on him. It's his first time giving it a bash. I'm here to help him out and stuff like that. So I'd appreciate if you couldn't drop the N word in my chat, please. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, yeah, Joe. Let's get into the setup. Let's see what the teams have got. Obviously the
yes. So,
picks and stuff as well. See what we've got.
all right. So, obvious first thing I noticed, Jaeger and Thunderbird being used right there. Thunderbird obviously being good for holding power spots and just getting that quick, easy heal. Jaeger, another obvious pick for this site especially, just to reduce projectiles and all that and clear out utility. I see Mozzie here, one of my favourite operators being picked, probably going for the roam.
Yeah, Frodo Boggin starting us off with a cheeky spawn peek just from the Billiards double window there, but it's actually going to be Jack with the first punishment onto the suspended account. There as Nico Pico finds Jag as well. They are starting us off with an absolute rocker here, Genesis with the first two picks onto Jag, and I don't know why. I don't know if suspended account's supposed to be his name. I don't know if it is a suspended account. I'm assuming that is just he's trying to be funny with his name there. The Mozzie drones though will cause a little bit of a nuisance for any players that decide to push in from there. It looks as though that's where Calax is going to move in from. The spawn peaks though have got them started off to a very sticky situation. Genesis will be feeling comfortable. The Mozzie drone did find them there as Jack was able to set off the C4 but doesn't find any connection onto the player as Calaxa that was moving through there. But Jack holds onto the angle waiting for the player to come out though. Sees the head, it can't land the shot, can't quite find the bullet into the skull of Calaxa. Again, they take the fight again. A little bit of damage done onto both sides and they're both going to move off for the time being as they move down into hookah now. Jack below, holding that reverse angle up through the doorway. He knows that the player did go back out. He kind of heard that on his headset. Then he knows that the player's moved onto the balcony. But Frodo Boggan's going to find I'm Weed at the other side as well. Now moving through into the billiards area, holds the angle onto the hookah balcony, but it's a 4 versus 2 situation, or 5 versus 2 situation, should I say, as Calaxa and Big Juicy Cake are going to stack up together inside of office. They know that there is going to be a player on either side of them. They're going to start to feel the pinch in just a moment. Some pre-fires coming out there as they send it out to try and find these players. But I'd appreciate if people in chat could not be using the N-word, or will unfortunately have to ban you, because I'll get banned from Twitch if I allow that. And Cake finds the opening pick in the favour of R6 Siege Shares. I actually can't put their name in the chat. Frodo Bungles for the rotate round into office here. Big Juicy Cake is going to be aware of it. They now know that the information is there, as that is going to give you the position. C4 rings out to open up an angle, though he's going to take the fight. Can't else see the shot. He doesn't see the shot, though. Big Juicy Cake is going to be lying down, prone, double kill on the round. So 2 versus 2, just as another pick on the other side comes out from the gun of Alexa, as now we're moving to a 2 versus 2. Larlad and O'Shams left with all the day for Genesis. A good start there, but it's all falling apart in the late round here for Genesis, and came down to a 2 versus 2 with 45 seconds on the clock. They're going to hold out to see where this push comes from. The pinch and the push comes through the hookah area as now Calax is holding it inside of blue now. Just a little bit wary of someone coming down cool vibes potentially, but there's no one up there. As you see the rotate now comes up onto the top, potentially going to drop onto the blacktop. It is going to be Shams that's moving onto there. The yellow pin comes out and knows the player's there, but it's going to be her returned shot onto the head of Calaxa now as a 1 versus 2 situation is there, but Cake bites back. Now it's a 1 versus 1. The triple kill for Cake on the round. The 4K! And he's going to take it all for himself. R6 Siege Shares take the first round courtesy of a beautiful 4K and potentially play of the week. What do you think?
Oh, that was an amazing round done by the attackers there, especially by Cake. That 4K was definitely pivotal there. A bit unfortunate on the C4 there for the defenders there. If they got that C4 off, that would have been infinitely harder for Cake, I reckon. Both, was it Cake and I've forgotten who, Killer?
It was
Did very, very well
yeah.
in that 2v5 situation there, more or less. Roma's on the defender side was absolutely well played. It's just unfortunate by that losing of the gunfights by Cake.
Yeah, he'll be a bit annoyed that I didn't catch his full 4K, to be honest. I caught a couple of them,
Mm.
but yeah, not being exactly too happy for it. But yeah, Jen, with a little bit of a throw. I think Harrison put it in the best words probably in the chat with the Jen thrown a little bit there. However, good start to them. They seemed pretty comfortable. It just kind of fell apart in the end, and hopefully they're able to try and take it up this next round. But it looks as though they're going to stick with pretty much the same up. There's a little bit of a tweak in bringing along the vigil, so it just depends how they're going to operate with that.
I reckon they're just going to go back heavy on the same roams. They did really well. 2 spawn peaks last round. That was insane. And I mean, I see no reason to not do that again because they were winning their fights. It's just, again, Cake was the one who clutched up very well in that last round.
Yeah, he done pretty decent. It was a good effort from him. I'm quite surprised that he wasn't killed by Shams, to be honest, on the black top, but he was able to come out on top and bring it back. And Genesis, again, going for the roam game, just as you were saying, they're moving around. Jack outside towards the office area, joined by someone above as well inside of Aquarium. Now, I hate casting over Coastline. I don't know if you'll noticed it yet, but there's an issue with Coastline where it doesn't show the players' names unless you go above. So you can kind of struggle to see who's who and stuff. It can be a bit annoying. Oh, almost a wallbang there. Kalax is just holding on to the door and says Hookah. Knows that there's a player there and he must know something. He keeps trying to go for the wallbang, but he's so close. You can see the outline on the other side of that wall, and somehow he's not landed any shots there. It's so close to being perfection with a wallbang, but it's not going to happen as Shams now knows that he's in on that balcony. He moves up and gets a little bit cheeky hiding behind that bar. The drone comes out through and will it find him? It is going to find the information that it needs, and Shams is going to have to try and get himself out of that position because KLX is going to be the one to try and hunt them down. But Shams knows he's there. Just on the other side of the map we see Cake though getting downed as well. Unfortunately for him, outside there takes a gunfight onto the player inside the lobby and he will be taken down. But he's not quite out of the round just yet though. Is still trying to get rid of Shams. But Shams is going to be the one on top. As suspended account is the one to try and come in for the flank and the pinch alongside KLX, but can't quite get the pick there. Larlad finds Chag as well on the other side. Now Shams ejects himself from the situation, moves through Aquarium and all the way down towards the other side to help his teammates. Jack is now the one that's going to be putting up the nuisance push for the player of KLX, who's still outside on the balcony. He's going for an upside down rappel, interestingly enough. I don't know if he meant to go and rappel or if he meant to just hop over the side there, but I think he's going to hop round to that kitchen window, because remember the site is kitchen and that is where we're attacking, and it looks as though Shams is now back inside the site. It just seems that these two are drawn to each other like magnets, KLX and Shams. They seem to both be in the same position at exactly the same time. This drone hole's still being held because that was downed earlier in the round, and Larlad has an aggressive position to hold on to that, so they're going to have to be pre-fired out to try and get rid of him, but the push is going to come onto the door as KLX goes upside down and is now going to join their teammate on the top floor as Iron Weed takes quite a bit of damage courtesy of the Vigil and Jack on the other end of that, but he's going to move through the other side. I've heard his gun actually. I don't even think it was him. It was interesting though. But Frodo Boggan's down there, Iron Weed's on top, and it's a 3 versus 3 double kill for him on the round as he moves through and gets control of Theater. They now have the top control that they've been so so comfortably after. Comfortably, not the greatest word to use, but Jack has moved towards Hookah, just patiently playing time for the time being. They still don't have the diffuser here though. Shams is going to find Cake on the doorway, and now it's a 2 versus 3 scenario as Jack's still holding down towards Hookah. Larlad and Shams are inside the site, and Kelix is going to go and get that diffuser. Finally, they have been able to pick that up as he moves into the lobby now to get the pressure from the bathroom. Upside down rappel as well that Larlad is now able to see, but the angle there is actually going to favour the upside down repeller of Iron Weed, and he's holding on to that angle, but Kelix is going to get down, and now it's a 1 versus 3 situation for Iron Weed, who's already got himself a double on the round. He's going to have to try and clutch and get an ace for this, but doesn't see the player. He's blended right into the wall, and unfortunately for him, he's going to be put in the dirt, and Genesis bite back with a round of their own.
Absolutely, another amazing round by the defenders there. The roam heavy is still going strong by them. Sham's discipline there for not moving while that shot was being... Was that by KLX as well? Just, I would have been sweating furiously about that, honestly. Again, though, really good push from the attackers, though. Bit unfortunate with the roams there, but again, that's a given because I think Shams got a 3K there, so he was feeling good. He was all over the place, wasn't he? He was roaming, then anchoring, then roaming, then anchoring.
Yeah, he's doing well. I'm getting solos coming on to me in the chat now. Tell me to like them. I'm getting Okay. Slow your roll, please. We're trying to have a professional game here. But yeah, just as you were saying, Shams was able to get a triple. Was an absolute wonder around there from Gen. It paid off. They were able to stick the kind of after they got their roam done. They were able to come back and were able to get the hold they needed. But they're going to be bringing out a different site this time, heading up to Hookah this time, and they're going to have to change some of the picks for this one. Interestingly enough, Shams is on the Capcan.
Is that what he's famous for here or something?
I don't know. No, I'm just saying he's on the Capcan. It's interesting that he's going to bring that along for this time. It's not that often you see it in comp, so it's a stranger one. But the Thunderbird, they love to take the Thunderbird.
Oh, I see. I've noticed that Hate Weed Seed brought the Maverick along as well. I think that's the first time I've noticed that they brought a hard breach over for their attack now.
Yeah, you don't see it often, to be honest. If you're gonna see it on a site, it's gonna be this site to open up that main wall.
It's most likely for his grenades and his gun. I'm gonna assume. Yeah.
Jen out on the roam again, 2 players out on the other side. You can see that there's one down inside the kitchen. That's Nico Pico bringing the Jaeger down there. And upstairs, you can see the Thunderbird. That's Frodo Boggin out there as well. You've got Capcan, Shams out on the roam as well. You've got people everywhere, all over the place. They just want to get in the face. It is coastline after all. It is an aggressive map. But they could, if they wanted to, take Hookah, just as they wanted to pop in. There's no one holding on to Hookah, no one on Cool Vibes. There's no one to put up any pressure at all if they decide to go in there. Chag is thinking about hopping in that kitchen window, but not going to opt to go for it just yet. Shams has become wise to the fact that they could be on that window as he swings across to hold the angle onto that. Larlad gets aggressive onto the window now, and he knows that there's going to be a player right close as he brings out the SMG-11. Should probably bring along the shotgun though, but does see the peak tip of a head, and he's going to find the shot onto Cake this time. Cake with the opening round, absolutely beautiful when the nade falls down below, and Chag's killed from the nade that was in Cake's hand, and that is so unfortunate the way that played out there, as a beautiful shot came from Larlad to find essentially a double kill on the round to open it up for Jen there. A little bit of a wallbang comes through though, as Shams takes quite a bit of damage through that nice angle that was carved out into the wall there, but Larlad with a double, essentially a triple on the round. Maybe give him an ace on the technicality if he really wants it, if he goes through and gets the other 2 players. But he's going to go for the hunt, I guess, on I'm Weed and KLX, who seem to always be the last 2 left alive for R6 Siege Shatters, which is not the greatest name to say on stream because it's very difficult. It's a mouthful, not the best I've ever seen. I'm Weed manages to hit himself off of a Capcan, takes a little bit of damage, but is able to get rid of the second one. A little bit wise to it to make sure that they don't get downed and taken off by a C4 from below. Oh, Shams, it's a beautiful day as he finds an absolutely gorgeous throw up through the floor. And I think it may have been pre-placed, if I'm totally honest. I don't know if he caught it from that. So I think he actually maybe knew, maybe had some information that they were in there. But it's now down to a 1v5. KLX is the last person remaining inside of office as he moves down in towards blue, slowly creeping through the map at the crouch level to try and see if he can weed out any of these players below. Shams is the only one that's below. He's actually turned his back on the situation for the time being. If KLX hears it, he could move in. He does hear it, he moves out, he knows that that's going to come through, but if he's patient, he could actually get a kill onto Shams here, but Shams has gone all the way for the ruins hold. At this point, he's just beaming on the team now as he moves all the way up there, and KLX has decided to actually leave it for the time being and opts to go up the staircase here. He's actually an inch away from seeing a head there. He does find one, but can he find 2? He doesn't quite find it though. The kind of Jay Singh almost lined up there, but Frodo Boggin's the one to find it. As Nico Pico was taken off at the same time, but Genesis are able to hold on strong and take their second round for the match.
Again, really good roam there and a lot of good kills there. Just want to point out that Capcan was very well played there. That trap potentially indicating for whoever threw the C4 as a sound cue, and just throwing that C4 up from kitchen and just getting that kill was a great combination right there, I thought. And again, that triple kill from technicality, from Larland was really good. Well played. Definitely big brains there. Definitely on purpose.
Yeah, it was a decent one. I think it was pre-placed because he was already in lobby when he set it off. So I think it was pre-placed on that area because that little kind of PC bit or like desk bit is actually quite a common hold for people once they're in VIP. So I'm not surprised that they got the kill. To be honest, I think that's what it was. But you know, props to Jen. They've tidied it up certainly from the first round, and they've managed to shut out Cake a couple of times from getting any decent shots.
I'd see that there's now penthouse side. Bringing the castle over, probably going to just use that for a couple of holding probably VIP, what I would suggest, and just blocking off the windows from the angles from the roofs. I see on the attack as well, we just switched from the Maverick to the Sophia there. Not sure if she's playing the LMG or whatnot, but we'll see later on. And again, just probably the usual, just heavy roam operators from Shams and Jack there. They are both playing very well, and Larlad as well, playing Thunderbird like usual.
10
And
seconds remaining.
seems like a basic setup on Penthouse, so they have the advantage 2-1, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, on a technicality, they should have won the first round as well. It was just Cake went big for that. So they were feeling pretty decent. First round is probably a fluke, and they're just feeling it. Pizza, I'm currently casting with Famalam Chow of Paradox. So, well, we just played Paradox. We played together for a bit. Nico Pico does what Nico Pico does best, and he gets peeking to get himself an opening pick on the fourth round. And this time it's I hate that name. I'm Weed Seed. It's not the greatest one. I always get start somebody's name and I realise how bloody long it is, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to say that. Suspend account on the Repel and the Hookah to see that Castle Barricade, but opts not to try and put any pressure on it for the time being. He's just going to hold on to the angle there, but beautiful done as Cake is able to get himself into the map and finds Frodo Boggin as he moves up towards the billiards area and onto VIP, but sees another one. Can he find the shots? No, he can't quite find the angle though. He knows that he could take this out and bring it back into a situation that could favour them. It's a 4 versus 4 just now, but they're trying to get the inroads that they need to get rid of the player inside of VIP. That's where they want, that's what they need, as Jack now gets aggressive there. Chag though finds Larlad as a 4 versus 3. He finds a player that pushed up on the VIP door, but do they know that Jack is still inside of here? But no, Nico Pico with a double. He's going to swing onto the 90. He finds one again. It's a double on the round for him, and he knows that that diffuser is cold. Someone's going to have to swing across to pick that up, and they're going to have to try and trade blows here. But Shams is going to find Chag across the board inside of billiards. He finds a beautiful shot there, but a reverse angle is being held here by Cake across from the luggage area and towards that VIP. So he's aware of the fact that there could be someone moving around in there. But Jack goes for the rotate up down below, and I think he's actually going to move into blue there. Sets up the C4, but it's not going to land as he moves down below, and Jack finds Cake as well below. I think he actually just caught him on the blacktop as he went for the hop over. Yes, you can see the icon on blacktop as he was able to land at that shot there. They know there's a player still inside a VIP, but suspended account is yet to find the frag on this map, and the aggression is going to be coming out from Shams, who holds this angle to wait on the doorway. Now he's going to get aggressive in the face. The P10 Roney with the 1.5 goes for the knife peak, swings across, can't go for the hip fire, can't land the shot, so suspended account's wise to it. He's going to go down and collect this first pick for the round on the game. Can he find Nico Pico though, as he is the one to try and stave the blows that are coming in from suspended account, knocking off some of HB on that 90 gunfight. Jack again playing the patience game. He sees him for a time being but pulls back, but Nico Pico is going to find the triple on the round, finds suspended account, and that will be that.
That was another entertaining round there. Not a boring moment in that round. Gunfights left, right, and center for a second there. For everyone's gonna trade for in 10 seconds. I think the good momentum was going for both teams until defense obviously just stopped the attack right in their faces right there. Well played by Nico as well, the spawn peak, doing what he normally does, like you said earlier. That was great plays there. And it looks like the attack has gone the same operators as they have, except for Weed, switching from Sophia to Thermite now. He seems to like the hard breaches. And Jack going with the Goyo instead of the Mute, which is going to be a bit of fun. See if he goes to TCSG or not.
I doubt you'll see it. I know you'll want to see it, but I doubt you'll see it. There you go, Pizza. I'll give you a wee prediction. Who wins the next round? I've been too busy doing other stuff that I forgot to do predictions for all the games. So, yeah, there you go. There's one for the next round. Whoever wins the next round.
Side is also Kitchen again. They seem to do really, really well on Kitchen side, actually. They're very, very comfortable. Was it every time they go Kitchen, they just go heavy on the roams here? Not sure what they're going to do with the Tachanka. So I'm interested to see what plans they have with this bad boy.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to do this. They're going to open up a full wall, so they have a big rotate. You can't quite find where the last piece is, though, so he's giving us a little bit of comedy here. Frodo Boggin, he's not quite sure where it is. Eventually finds it and makes the big beefy rotate that they finally wanted.
You see that double shield thing there? Cover off the Goyle shield.
It's an interesting one for sure. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but we'll see. Same spawn peak again over towards Billiards. I don't think it's going to be rewarding those. There's no one over that side though, and there's no one on this side either, so Nico Pico's not going to get himself a free pick, but they've all spawned on the northwest side. As we move on to the hookah, as I think though that the Mozzie wants to take the gunfight. Shams is want to take it towards, I believe it's KLX that's on the balcony. He's always on the balcony. The two of these are always trading blows together onto this window. Who's going to go on top though? The shot there, oh, he just forgets to shoot KLX for a minute, and he's somehow able to get out of that situation without losing his life and losing too much of his HP. I say too much of his HP, he's actually lost quite a bit. Shams all the way up onto the window to get aggressive into their face, and the cross there, Shams could be put in the dirt, but he turns his back, somehow wins it! Just as I went to go on to spectate him, he flicks around and puts KLX in the dirt there, but Frodo Boggin is going to find one. He finds the player of Cake, and he's actually taken straight off the board in a refrag scenario. Weedo and Chag are left with all we do is Chag finds a double kill in the round. He takes Nico Pico off the board, and now it's looking a bit more tasty for the attacking side of our 6-man. Another C4 as Chag in the dirt from Jack. C4s every single round. It doesn't matter where you are on the map, it doesn't matter how many gunfights you want to take, there's always going to be some sort of explosive coming up through the floor to kill you. As now we see Weed Seed in a 1 versus 3. Kind of coming back though, as Alarlad is on top of, or not on top, on the side of the map to face up against them. Behind, he was behind the shield, but he's moved across now to the doorway to hold on to it. However, Weedo has changed his position, changed his point of attack there though, and just forgets that there's probably going to be someone looking at that door as he hops in after burning that renegade, and he's taken straight off the board. And now another round goes towards Genesis, looking comfortable, looking easy for them, as we're now in a 4 versus 1 situation.
Again, I'd just like to point out that, again, Coastline is such a good game to watch on. It's just gunfights, gunfights, gunfights. It's barely, you don't see people just setting up and they're just straight in there. It seems like this entire game has been just winning your gunfights and just being a better player in the truest sense of the word there. But again, well played from Shams. That 180 there was just, whew, damn. can't imagine that.
Yeah.
That's why he's champ, eh?
Yeah, it's been a good game. We'll see what they can come up with.
Frodo's gone Kavira as well, a 6 pick onto that. That might be interesting there. And a pulse from Jack playing onto, it is the site is hooker, so it might be playing below in Sunrise for a C4 possibly.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
maybe
attackers.
Not.
I need to set the production so Pisa can get some dollars. Get some buckaroos, mate.
So it's just hiding all the way in penthouse there. Just making sure he doesn't get seen straight away.
Yeah, it's not often you see a cav coming across the board. I'm going to set the prediction
Bomb located by attackers.
Choose outcome. It was Genesis, of course it was. They're playing. Wait a minute. What did you choose? 20 viewers have chosen it. Will be awarded 22,000. How much did you bet, Pizza? How much money?
How much?
5 seconds to go.
Wow. Anyway, Frodo Boggin up inside a penthouse, bringing along the cav just to be a nuisance. Shams is down inside of the reception area, down towards the service door, going to be holding another spawn peak. Spawn peaks galore this game, but no one's going to be rewarded for quite some time actually. We've not seen a spawn peak quite work yet. Nico Pico is inside of office there, waiting for anybody to move in around that area, but it looks as though they are not going to be rewarded for these peaks as of yet. Moving up onto the blue window, someone's heard that. Jack is on the hunt for a pick as he hears that someone on that window. He's going to move across here, but Nico Pico's going to be the one to come out on top. He's going to put KLX straight into the fire as he is able to land on top there. Big Juicy Cake though finds Nico Pico inside office, and it's now looking pretty tasty in a 4 versus 4 situation as he moves into office now. The drone's going ahead. He has some information at least, and they're going to try and get rid of any players inside of Aqua, but there is no one down there. Jack is down below though. Now they have the information though, and I think that Cake is going to be the one to try and go in and take this 1v1. He sees a player on side the cool vibes, but he doesn't see the head of the player inside the jungle. Is he going to see it? Can he land the shot? So no, he can't. It's going to be the UMP on top as Jack, with the aggression from the pulse, he finds the pick onto Cake and puts him down into the dirt. But here comes the aggression inside of Hookah's. Larlad finds one, the pistol in hand though. He's going to be downed but not out yet as J-Chag is able to get that down, but now he had to place some airdrips to try and get his players. But Frodo bagging through the wall finds J-Chag with a beautiful shot, and it's all shut down before they can get so much as a foot into the map. And Genesis are looking absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, Genesis are definitely feeling very, very confident and very, very good with their aim right now. As just gunfights with the roamers are doing insanely well. They're doing their jobs very, very, very impressively, as expected of a team like Genesis. Again, that was very unfortunate by the Cav just sneaking around the corner, just coming to do that last
Yep.
tiny bit for the defense there.
Yeah, doing absolutely nothing the whole round, sitting in a penthouse suite for the most part, and then coming out for our last wee rotate to get just, of course, to come and collect a couple kills, and that would be that. But we're gonna have to see something different here because Genesis are going on to the attack, so we've switched around, so we'll see what they can come up with here.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like it's the attack previously. I've now chosen more or less similar operators as Genesis did on defense. And it's again, the site is Hooker, and I'm just curious to see if they are going to also do a heavy roam, which is most likely given the map situation here. And attack has Shams going as Amaru, which is interesting, and Nico Pico going Finker on attack, which is also another interesting pick there. I think Finker is now a very, very useful operator for, especially with her stims permanently healing you on 20 HP.
I'm going to give the people what they want. They seem to want a full round of spectating Shams, so let's do that. You know, we'll do it. We'll give the people what they want. I don't normally listen to people in chat because you talk mince, but you know, since he's on Amaru, that's the only reason I'm going to watch. We'll see what they can come up with. Obviously, we won't talk about any setups and picks and stuff like that because it doesn't really seem like we're going to be around the map for quite a while. But there's a Jaeger at the top there, big juicy cakes at the top of the white stairs, and someone could be on the receiving end of a Shams special if he comes through this window here. Jack gets the up the pick on the suspended account there, but Shams has decided to go for a different window. He's going to hop in the penthouse window and see if there's going to be anybody roaming around in here. But there is one player inside of the VIP as Shams finds KLX, and now he has control of VIP. He's going to move up onto the desk to hold the angle, but now he moves into the hallway. He's just holding onto the door, but he pushes up. He's got all the way up. He's got the control, but he's shot in the back. Cake knows he's there. Nico Pico finds Weed as well at the same time, and now it's a 1 versus 3 with big juicy Cake left with all we do. Nico Pico, Frodo Baggin, and Jack are the ones remaining. But Frodo Boggin is going to take Nico Pico down just to try and stop him picking up any more kills. Red Pin comes out, but Frodo Boggin on top. He finds Cake, he shuts him down, and it is looking like this game could be going towards Genesis as they are going to take us all the way on to match point.
Wow, it's very unfortunate there for Shag. I wanted him to go all the way there. Unfortunate getting picked off by Cake behind his back there. It seems that KLX and Shag are just drawn to each other this game. Every single time you just see them like within like 3 meters of each other. I see Shams going Amaru again. Possibly another spectate champ on Shams. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm getting asked to spectate Shams. You need a voice check. How are we going to do that? I'll pause it for a second. Well, scoreboard. I mean, Rednecks. It shows you. It shows you, bro. Let me see. I mean, like, I can't really do anything unless the team protests. Yeah, so sorry, it was basically yeah, I mean I can't but I can't
locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
The thing is, it just depends on sorry Coach, I'm just trying to resolve
That's fine. Absolutely. I'll just continue explaining about the site then. Defense is just Hooker, Billiards there, and the defense is more or less the same as they had last time. Bit of a change with Cake going Vigil instead of Jaeger, and that being taken by KLX. I see Alice also being in play this time for this defense. And on the other side of the attack round, Jack has gone Capital, which could be good to burn ADSs right there, or to cover off angles with his smokes and fire, or Capital fireballs. Nico Pico going Finker, and Lala with the Lion as well. That could be useful if they're potentially going for a rush, it may be the case.
can you still see my thing, baby?
Your screen, yeah.
Yeah, it's just because I've got notifications in it identity for some reason. Yeah, sorry, it's just there was essentially some accusations of multi-accountants, but obviously I can't pause the game. People are saying that there's Shams is potentially a multi-account. However, I can't really act on it just now. The teams haven't, expressed any interest, but there's going to be some issues. Anyway, let's get back to this for the time being. We defines Larlad. It's 5 versus 2 situation. They were trying to get in and get that quick execute there, and it somehow just fell apart there for Genesis, and now it's a 5 versus 2 situation. I will have to pause it after this and then get Shams to confirm it is him on the account. But we will continue just for the time being. Suspended account, trying to find the angle onto the player pushing in from the hookah side, but on the receiving end of that is Nico Pico with the Finca. And now that Runegate is reactivated, so that's going to cause a little bit of a nuisance for any players that decide to move up onto that doorway. Shams is now stacking up on the doorway now, as there is little to do for him as it's a 5 versus 2 situation. They're just going to play time here, waste a little bit of time, probably have a little chat. G-Chag's thinking about going for the run out there, and he's actually quite lucky not to get a pick there as he was heading back up onto the roof there. Hops downstairs onto the blacktop there, Nico Pico, and he's caught out by KLX, who was aware of the situation. Now on the roof, the Amaru of Shams is left with it all to do in a 1 versus 5. KLX though bites back, defenders are able to get that. I'm also just going to pause it.
While we're pausing, do you want me to comment about what happened in that round?
Yeah, go for it if you want. Go for it.
Yeah, so again...
Right, we'll resume. You can chat about it for a wee minute. I'm going to very quickly send a message.
Okay, no problem. So just resuming there. Site is now kitchen server's entrance, and defense they've got Juicy Cake playing the K this time. I think that's the first time we've seen a K being played in this entire game. So that'll be very interesting to see how Cake will utilize K claws, the obvious C4 that Cake could have, and if possible, seeing the TCSG. I'm a big advocate for that. Would really like to see the
Attackers need
TCSG
to
being played.
locate and defuse bombs.
But again, on the attacking side, we got Nico chosen as a knock to get some sneaky plays in there, possibly sneaking past through everyone's eyesight and just like getting a nice little flank going. And also a Dockerby being played by Jack. So those are pretty interesting picks from Genesis right now.
Yeah, it's all been pretty much resolved. For those of you in chat that aren't aware how it works, it's an e-sub anyway for Shams. It doesn't really matter who's on the account as long as they're not on another roster. I don't really know why you would, do that. Like, play if you were on another roster because you're playing for money, so it'd be a bit dumb to play for another team. Like, to be honest, it could be whoever they want as long as it's not. Like, I don't know why they didn't play on their own roster, their own account anyway, but it is what it is. For those of you that aren't aware though of the rules, I could have rehosted and checked and all that kind of stuff, but it's just not it's not. Other teams happy to go on. So anyway, let's get back to the action and actually try and put up a decent gas there. Frodo Boggin is going to get the opening pick on the KLX, and it's Shams is going to find suspended account as well on the upside down rappel, and he's going to activate that Finca charge as he pushes in, using the gun 6 to burn it, as Nico Pico gets J-Chag as well on the other side of the map. There's a 1 versus 4. It looks as though it's going to shut down there. And Weed is in the door. Attackers win, and Genesis take the map.
Oh my god, that was probably the fastest round ever. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Of course, I will be investigating. I will have to go game chat very quickly just after, obviously just to verify it. I'm going to cut off the stream just there. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I do apologise for the issues, and hopefully we're able to get back to it. Back with you on Sunday.